I feel for you is true, and that I'm willing to give it all to you. Please try to understand that if you ask me hard, I'm gonna what to do, and then I surely
I feel it in my heart, I know this love could never go wrong. I feel it in my heart, the love I feel is ever so strong. And if you turn around and look at me, I know you'll see true love inside me.
When I see you passing by, I feel the love deep down inside. And what I'm trying to make you see is that you and I were meant to be. Help for me now, we are apart, but pretty soon you're with me. 'Cause I feel it in my heart.
I feel it in my heart, girl. I feel it in my heart. I feel it in my heart, girl. I feel it in my heart.
Welcome, 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 welcome. Thank you once again for coming over here for number 13, episode number 13, right here at the Freestyle Showcase show. Once again, thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for another week. Thank you, Lord. Woo, another day, another week, another artist. That track that you was hearing right now, that's from Jenaro. That is going to be our focus, our main artist today. We'll get into that soon. He's backstage somewhere right now. My name is JCEE Colon. I am your host, and today my beautiful co-host, my wife, she could not be here today. You know, family business, you know, health problems with the family. So, you know, our prayers are with her and the family. And a special prayer for all the people out there that don't feel well, that has health issues, whether it's cancer, diabetes, whatever it is, you know, we're sending prayers all the time. So what's happening around on the freestyle world these days? Okay, we got some events coming on. We got some events on the West Coast. So all my West Coast people that are watching, we got the one and only Stevie B, the Sugar Hill Gang, Trinier, the Cover Girls, Rob Bass, Tag Team, and JJ Fat. So, ladies and gentlemen, got the tickets in advance. That'll be what, in another week or so. So, all my people from the West Coast, that's what's happening over there. September, what's happening in September? September, we got my girl, Giggles, in the house, Space Coast Latin Festival. We'll have nice freestyle over there with Giggles. She's going to light it up. You know, can't go. I'm going to go to that one. I'll make it to that one. What else we got here? October 5th, that's the flyer that's behind me. I won't be able to make it to this event, and mi disculpas to Charlie Rock, you know, and all the artists that are going to be there. I'll miss this one because I have something going on October 5th and October 5th right here in the city of Palm Bay. But anybody that's interested in this event is going to be awesome. It's always epic with Charlie Rock. Right there at the Kia Center, right? Okay, Kia Center, Saturday, October 5th. Get your tickets now, Ticketmaster. Enjoy the show. Freestyle is not there, baby. It's just beginning. What do we have for 2025? We have a freestyle cruise, freestyle Latin cruise. There go all your artists right there. Tony Moran, AB Cruz, Nyasia, Raquel, Nasty Boys, JCEE, Fascination, even Fulanito, and ya tu sabe, the one and only original cover girl, Angel. So get your tickets now if you want to be into that parade. For all my salsa people out there that are in the surrounding areas of Palm Bay, yours truly, boom, July 20th at 8 p.m. right here in Palm Bay City. I'll be bringing my 9-piece orchestra live with some nice salsa beats, nice entertainment, good atmosphere. Come on down. You can get the tickets on Eventbrite. I'll put the link later. You can get the event, you know, the tickets at Eventbrite. And October 6th, the reason I can't go to this event right here on October 5th is because we got the 27th annual Puerto Rican Day Parade and Festival held by United Third Bridge. So, ladies and gentlemen, come on down. It's going to be a nice event. Bring down the family, you know, bring the family, have a good time. We're going to have some freestyle. salsa, a little bit of everything. You know what I'm saying? Representing the Puerto Rican culture. And those are all our sponsors out there. Spanglish Cafe, Rumba, Palm Bay, iHeart, Morels, Oscar P, DJ Benny. So all these people right here will be involved in the event. It's going to be epic. It's going to be great. Come on down. Bring your chairs. Sally Sal, I see you, baby. I see you, baby. Hope you're feeling better. All right, we're going to continue. We're going to continue our show. We're going to bring our artists right now. So, ladies and gentlemen, please, a nice warm applause for Jenaro.
What up?
What's going on, brother?
Chilling, my man, chilling. Thanks for having me.
Oh man, it's a pleasure, man. I always have fun, like meeting new people, and it's not like you're new. It's that probably I didn't know about you. You know what I'm saying? See, when you do a little digging and you got a show, so you got to do a little bit of both. I do like I like this. I like the way you put it in the beginning when we were talking. I would say middle school.
Middle school, yeah.
It's not the old school. It's not the new school. So it's like the middle school, but to the present day. I want to send some shout outs to some people that are out here. Look at that. They're already, enjoying the show. They're already liking music, your track. And I believe that was from Pain, right? From a group.
Yes. My group Pain, yes.
We're gonna get into right now. Look, Jenaro, what's up? That's you. Boom, boom. We got Jenaro Badel. Hola.
That's Vera. That's who's featured on my single with me.
Woo! Saludos.
On my shirt. So yeah.
Saludos. Who else we got here? Maggie Martinez.
Maggie, what's up?
We got Sally Sal right here. What's up, Sally Sal?
What's up, Sal? My brother Sal.
Baby, we're gonna talk. Me and Sal are gonna have a good conversation. I'm glad that everybody's starting to tune in. I mean, it's a decent show. We try to keep it positive here, and I bring different features, not only artists. I bring DJs, producers, whatever it is in the world to support the genre. We're here.
Yeah.
There we go, my brother. All right, so let's kick it in, bro. So Jenaro, born and raised, Camden, New Jersey.
Camden, New Jersey.
How did this all start, man? I mean, was it with your family? Raising, around your family with the music thing. When was it the love bug? When did the love bug for music hit you?
I mean, it's kind of been just a part of my life, like for forever. I tell the story lots of times when I get interviewed and stuff. Like my mom used to love Elvis Presley movies when I was growing up, and that was that. And then I'm of two different backgrounds. My Puerto Rican family, what I'm saying, it was always music blaring there, and even I'm of the age of when we still got to experience parrandas in the States. What I'm saying?
Whoa, parranda! Whoa, that's
So I used to experience that stuff. My dad plays congas and stuff, so he'd break them out, and they jam in the house in the holidays and all that stuff. And my mom's family, same thing, deep R&B, gospel, all those things was coming out of the airwaves. So I've always loved music. I was like obsessed with guitars from an early age, which is crazy because I really don't play that well, but I was always obsessed with guitars and stuff, and just always gravitated towards music. I didn't start out thinking about being a singer. I was a writer, not even just writing music. I used to write like everything, stories, short stories, and movie things and ideas. I always did that kind of poetry, and that was where my first foray, I guess, into the arts happened. But I'm kind of like a Renaissance guy. Like I draw a little bit, I wrote, and then I found my way into singing. I guess it started for me when I really started. I mean, when I was in elementary school, I'll never forget my fourth grade teacher. We used to, back then, different world. You had to sing the national anthem. You had to do the Pledge of Allegiance. You got to sing the national anthem. And I remember singing the national anthem, and the teacher would grab me and be like, "This is how you're supposed to sing it." She would put me in front of the class and make me sing the national anthem. But again, I was just like, it never was a thing in my mind like, oh, I'm gonna be a singer or something one day. I never really thought of it that way. It just kind of.
Did you do any plays?
No, what's just funny? As much as I loved, acting and all that stuff, I never did plays. But that was also more so because I wound up going to vocational high school. I didn't go to the regular high school, so we're kind of limited on a lot of those, things. They did have it, but it was like, you didn't have a lot of time for it because you were either doing your school, the regular class stuff, or then you were doing the shop. The class you were taking, which I took 3 years of HVAC and 1 year of cabinet making. So yeah, different world.
So then at what age did you start with Pain? Like how long ago was that first group?
Oh man, I'm probably be talking forever, but no, so me and my partner from Pain, a guy by the name of Hector Santiago, we met when we were 14 years old. We were in the same junior high. We were in the same 8th grade class. And unbeknownst to either one of us, like we didn't know either one of us had any musical aspirations. At that point, I was in the Glee Club and everything at that point. And then I joined the All City Chorus that summer and stuff like that. So I was doing things, but neither one of us knew we had a mutual passion for music. We grew up in the same neighborhood, and we're 2 days apart, a lot of crazy coincidences, but we went to the same high school by coincidence. We didn't discuss it with each other because you could either go to the public high school, and one of the reasons why I chose vocational, my mom kind of talked me into it. It was also because of my name. They would do a thing they had a desegregation program where it was like, if you were Hispanic, they would send you to a different high school than where you normally would go to, because they were trying to integrate the school, because one school had too many Black students and one school had too many Hispanic students. So they were trying to mix it up. So I was like, well, I don't even want to I don't know where they're going to try to put me, but I don't want to go to the other school. I didn't want to go over there because it was the same school. I would actually go to that school for the chorus in the summer. And I just knew it was like, the other school, I went to that high school. But anyway, me and him, we wound up in the same high school. In 9th grade, we knew each other, mutual faces in the school. We both knew each other from our other school, so we kind of became like friends. But it didn't go into this whole musical thing until, by another coincidence, when we get fast forward to our junior year, I left the HVAC class and I wanted to try something different because it wasn't my thing. Like I said, I'm an artsy guy, and like working on heaters all day wasn't like my thing. I learned from it, but I didn't really want to be there. So I changed to cabinet making because I thought it was a little more interesting, making and cabinets.
That's what they teach you in vocational school, right?
Yeah, you could take different stuff. Like, you sign up for what you think. Some people did business classes, some people did nursing, some people did, and I wound up going into HVAC because they said, it's kind of like you can learn a little bit about everything in here. You learn some carpentry, you learn some plumbing, you learn electricity. And I was like, well, that sounds dope. And that's how I wound up there. But then, so we, junior year, we wound up, I transferred to that other class. And I'm in there. I'm like the only junior. Everybody's freshmen because it's my first year in that class. And a few weeks after being in the class, a student comes in, and they're like, oh, you got another person transferring in. And I'm like, heck? And he's like, Jenaro, like, what are you doing here? Like, so we both transferred to the same class. So since we were older than everybody else in the class, other people had to take different electives because they changed the curriculum for the younger kids. They had to take different classes. So me and him would be stuck like 2 periods in the shop by ourselves. So we would just be in there basically rearranging songs, making them, being like teenage boys, messing the words up to songs and making them funny and stuff like that. And, and I knew that he could sing, like, had a really good voice and everything. And it was like, we just did it for fun. And then one day he was just like, yo, we're always singing here. He's like, I used to sing with this guy. We were trying to be like a group. He's like, me and you should become singing partners. And I was kind of like, Well, like I said, I never thought about doing it seriously. And he was like, no, he's like, we sound good together. I'm like, well, we just us messing around, playing around. We sang for some girls in the class, and they were like, oh, you guys are really good. And then I was like, I'm mama's boy. I said, well, look, check this out. If you want to do this for real, I'm like, then we got to sing for my mom, because my mom's not gonna let me make a fool of myself. So I'm saying, it's like, so we'll go.
Take your mom's word anytime, right?
Yeah, so we'll go sing for my mom. My mom says, we okay, then guess what? We'll run it. And so we sang for my mom, and she was like, no, you guys sound good. And I was like, okay, well, then here we go. And that was kind of how the ball got rolling. And we weren't Pain initially, because it was just me and him, and
right.
we started calling ourselves Fire and Ice, which was a 2-part name thing, because we loved one of the first songs we sang all the time was Fire to Ice by Noel. And then we just said, well, our personalities was like, he was a little more cold-blooded, I was a little more the ladies guy, he was light-skinned, I was dark-skinned, so I was fire, he was ice. And that's kind of how it went. And then not that I'm dark, but darker than him. And so we became Fire and Ice. And it's a whole nother chapter where Pain comes in and stuff, but I'll let it's your interview. I don't want to just start blabbing too much.
Anyway, listen, I got this guy here. I don't know if you remember this. I don't know if you were kids or it was after he was grown, or you guys were grown and everything, but I got this guy in line here, Sally Sal, buddy. He said, I remember
Sal.
I'd like to meet you, Jenaro Vidal, in Camden.
That's right. He did. He came on his bike. He was getting us to do something out in Reading, Pennsylvania.
No, when he's talking about the bike, he's talking a motorcycle.
Motorcycle. Yeah, motorcycle.
Okay.
Yeah.
He biked it over there. I'm like, what?
Yeah, motorcycle. Yeah, absolutely. I remember that day vividly.
You got other people out here. Look, Marla Perez saying hi to you.
Maria, what's up?
We got DJ Orlando mixing.
Yo, what up, Orlando?
Ya tú sabes, good evening, Papa. How you doing, man? Who's this? Maria again?
Yeah, Maria.
Who else we got here? We got she's checking us out again. Vera, I think she's at work.
Oh yeah, she's talking to somebody else in the chat.
I appreciate it.
Talking to my girl Lisa.
There we go. Ooh. Who's that? I would walk. These guys, they're all having fun. They're all having fun on the show. I like that. I like that people are having, they're talking to each other, throughout the stream. That's what's up, man. I appreciate everybody. A lot of love, man. A lot of love for everybody. So yeah, man. So then when did you started like creating stuff on your own, like like your own production or your own lyrics?
So it is like really, really tricky. And I guess, to really understand it, like I said, we teenage kids, we started doing talent shows, Fire and Ice, stuff like that, kind of be known as the club music guys around the neighborhood and stuff. And, kind of built a little name for ourselves. Coincidentally, Heck had another friend named Carlos who was friends with this guy, Andre, and they were trying to be a group themselves. And he wound up writing a song for them, which is a song I Feel It in My Heart. And they kept asking him to do the song with them. And he was like, I don't really want to, do that. But if you guys really want me to do it with you, then, I'll do the song if Jenaro does it too. And I was like, well, so anyway, they heard me sing too, because they never heard me. They didn't know me, because Carlos and Hector, they knew each other from being kids. Their dads were friends and stuff like that. And so we wound up, saying okay, and then we said we're going to do this song together, and then we said, well, we kind of joined forces, their group and our group, and then we needed a name, and I was like, so I came up with the name Pain, and I'm not just saying that, it's like a true fact. I came up with the name Pain, and and nobody liked it at first. Everybody hated the name. They all were like, nah, that's stupid, we don't like it, whatever. And then we were going to do pictures, and we were going to get shirts made to take pictures in with the group name. We still don't have a name. We're all at the mall, and we're like, we still don't have a name. And I was like, well, I still like Pain. And everybody finally was like, you know what? They're like, it's a good name. I told them the reason I liked Pain, I said, is because I wanted our music to be as understood by everyone as the emotion pain is. Not that the music's painful, but everybody can understand pain. Young, old, from any walks of life, everybody doesn't understand joy. Everybody doesn't understand happiness. Everybody doesn't understand these things, but everyone can relate to pain. And I was like, and I thought it was cool. And then I said, you know, we can call it, and we can say it also means, like we call it persevering against immense negativity. So PAIN. And so, you know, I mean, coming from the city we come from and stuff like that, because I don't know if you know about Camden, New Jersey. It's not a good place. For many, many years, it was the poorest, most dangerous city in all of America, and it's like this big.
I heard that, and it's like 5 minutes away from Philly, right?
Yeah. Well, North Camden, where I grew up, I grew up like 5 minutes from Philadelphia. Yeah.
Let me ask you, what is the difference between Camden, New Jersey, and I know you've been to New York a lot of times. That's where I spent like most of the part of my life, besides Puerto Rico. But what do you think is the difference between New York and Camden, New Jersey? I mean, I mean, it's basically the same thing, right?
No, Camden's tiny, man. It's small. So where New York is massive, and you can literally get so much different culture throughout the different boroughs and everything like that. Camden's is really small, and it's like it's broken down. I mean, it's so integrated where it's like, yeah, you might have one section that might at once upon a time been more predominantly Black. The neighborhood I come from, North Camden, at one point was like predominantly Puerto Rican. So it's like that, but it's still everyone's mixed up. Everybody goes to school with each other. Like almost everybody knows each other.
Let me rephrase the question better. Okay, New York, we had, remember the block parties? Did they do that in Camden? Okay, so
not
we did
really.
The block parties.
No.
Everybody went when they were kids. They went into the fire hydrants and did the scraping of the cans. So basically, like
that was more a Philly thing. And since you know, I had friends and family from Philly, I experienced that over there. But we didn't really do too many block parties in North Camden. Like by the time, you know, the 80s and the crime, the crack epidemic, that kind of stuff was like our city didn't have that type of unity anymore. But I did experience those things, like I said, in Philadelphia.
In New York, at least there was at least 8 block parties going on only in the city. West Side, you know, Spanish Harlem, you know, and in the days that I grew up, you know, I mean, I don't think we're that far apart on age, but those were the days that we grew up.
Yeah.
So let's talk about this song, "Don't Talk to Me."
Oh.
How did that surface? Where did it light up? Where did it come from?
Well, it's probably one of the most personal songs like I probably ever written, because it's basically my musical journey with, you know, my partner, the pain thing, and becoming a solo artist. Like all of that is poured into that song, and that's where that comes from. It wasn't my first solo single. It's actually my third, but that was it. Like it was like I had to coming from a group and stuff like that, because I told a little bit, like it started out as me and him were partners since we were 17, 16, and then, you know, we joined up with the other guys. That didn't last really long. We only did one song together. Me and him were the pain guys, and then there's like turmoil that happens with the label, different things, and then being in a group, it's always like one person is always kind of seen as like by the public, even though they don't understand what really goes on, how a group works and what the things are, but they have this perception like somebody, because of maybe a voice becomes more synonymous with the brand or this and that, all of a sudden the other person doesn't mean anything to this, to some people,
I mean, it's happening in various groups, so it
happens all the time. But I was always okay with that, because in a group dynamic, that's typically the way that it goes. You take any, you know, you take the Temptations, you take the, you know, trying to think of duos, the Righteous Brothers and different people. You take Hall & Oates. There's like one voice that is like, okay, I'm going to be that's become synonymous with the group. You know, even 4-man groups or whatever, like 112, the one guy's voice becomes synonymous.
Look at the Beatles, man. Look at the Beatles. You ever thought they were going to break up? Everybody went the separate ways.
Well, yeah, I mean, again, I think a lot of groups do break up. It's actually, for groups to stay together is the rarity. I mean, like you look at anything like in sync, and the New Edition guys, they go and come back, but I think everybody has to go and try to find their own voice and their own thing. For me, I was proud of us. Like, for me, everything, I always say, one of the things I did, I poured so much into Pain that I didn't pour a lot into Jenaro, because I saw we were just a unit. I didn't have my own thing of like, oh, I want to be a superstar, or I want this to be. It was always like, no, we are going to do this, and we're going to be this, and we're going to be that.
You were a team player.
Yeah. And so, I mean, you get these things where like people draw battle lines and they try to dismiss you. And like, not that we didn't have me and him really didn't have those kind of like problems with ourselves where it was like, oh, you're trying to outshine. It was nothing like that. But I'm talking about to the outward public, and some people that call themselves, they're really friends of ours, and they would, behind my back, they're the people going, you don't need him. You can do this by yourself, and you can do, all that kind of stuff. So that song is like, that song is more of a thing of that. Like I'm addressing all those things, like how being in those positions made me feel, and like, where I'm here, and I wrote it in a certain way it's written again to show people like, oh, you guys thought only he wrote like that, or you guys believe that this is that way, or so it was like I had to write it that way to, just to kind of, prove a point to myself or to people out there or whatever. And I think it's a good body of work for me that showed a side of me that people didn't really realized I was capable of.
So let's show this side, man. I want everybody to relax, get your drink, your popcorn, whatever. We're gonna enjoy this reel right now from Jenaro. And if anybody didn't know, I got my freestyle cup right here. So we're gonna talk about this later.
I gotta get me one of those.
I will tell you how you can purchase this cup. This is the Freestyle Guy cup. I also have the shirt. I couldn't find it today, but I want to thank Marla. Thank you for the cup. And here we are promoting it on Freestyle. I will put the link later on the show, but just sit back, relax. Let's play this special feature from Jenaro. Don't Talk to Me.
Once upon a time, I had a dream. You and me against the world, that's how it seemed. Wishing for greatness, we straddled the line, but destined for failure, 'cause we were fire and I poured all I had into the dream. Watched you take what we built so selfishly. They said I was worthless, and you responded in kind. Let them fill you with poison, treachery and lies. Oh, lies. Don't talk to me about pain. You won't believe what I say, and it would only break your heart like it did mine. Don't talk to me about shame. Feel guilty and I'm to blame, and I would gladly burn my heart to erase all the time. Don't talk to me. Once upon a time, I didn't see the truth of your lies right.
I got YouTube over here. I got my Facebook over here.
The stain of your hubris, you desecrated the light. Betrayal of innocence, and unspoken crime.
You've been busy,
Pieces of myself left alone to bleed.
family. We send all the prayers out there.
Is this what the color of pain is supposed to mean? Humiliation, time. Should be across the bed, but once again it's mine. Don't talk to me about pain. You won't believe what I say, and it would only break your heart like it did mine. Don't talk to me about shame. Feel guilty and I'm to blame, and I would gladly burn my heart to erase all the time. Don't talk to me. They said I was worthless, and you responded in kind. Let them fill you with poison, treachery and lie. All the lies. Don't talk to me about pain. You won't believe what I say, and it will only break your heart like it did mine. Don't talk to me, don't talk to me about shame. Feel guilty and blame, and I would gladly burn my heart to erase all the time.
Yo, I know everybody heard my taco talk, and my girl just came and she bring me some tacos, man. Come on, man. She told me I got tacos. I forgot to mute it. But anyway, the show must go on, right? Hey, nice song, man. Nice beat. Up to beat. I mean, let me ask you a question. When you first came into, the genre, when you started singing, let's say with Pain or before that you guys formed the group, did you know you wanted to be on that genre, freestyle? Or what do you consider? You're muted.
Oh, sorry. Oh, I was muted. I said that came a little bit later because at first it was by design though, because we set out to be club singers. Like we knew we wanted to make club music because that's what it was called back then. It didn't have the freestyle terminology. That came a little bit later. But yeah, we went into it with that design. I thought it would go into other areas because we both like music from so many different other genres. So I always thought that we would experiment, but we did have a vision of we're gonna make these records like Noel and like Johnny O and the Latin Rascals, and we had a vision, and TKAs and all those guys, George Lamond, and that's where our vision was, and we knew that's what we wanted to do. But I didn't know we thought it would be freestyle for 30 years.
So did you have the pleasure to meet a lot of the the A-list artists?
Oh yeah. I consider some of them to be friends and to know them pretty well. I'm very cool with George Lamond, who I call my brother from Arroyo, because our people are from the same place in PR. And then I'm very cool with K7, TK from TK. We've had numerous conversations and talked outside of shows and stuff like that. But I've gotten to almost everyone that I was a fan of or I admired. I have gotten to meet them, perform alongside them, be considered a contemporary. That's been an honor. When they talk about in life, if you made it or you didn't make it, it's like sometimes when you get down and you think about, oh, I didn't become a superstar, I didn't become this. There's moments when you look back in your life and you say, damn, I remember wanting to stand where these people are, and I did that. I wanted to be next to them. I wanted to do what they do. I wanted them to know me like I know them. And it's like, so yeah, I got to accomplish that. And so I do consider many of the legends, have a relationship with, and very good relationship with most of them. You know, some of them are just the best people, despite, you know, the levels that they you know, achieve. They are very just real people, and it's no other way to say it. And I'm blessed that they've a lot of them embraced what I do, and, you know, given what I do a lot of praise, and I'm proud of that.
Let me ask you something. Your other side, you know, like the other side of you know, the Puerto Rican side of you. You said your dad played congas, right? So
Yes.
you ever tried like to incorporate something like with a little Latin beatish, you know, around it, and do something like freestyle Latin, or like, you know, with some like live instruments and stuff like that?
Yeah, I've thought about it. I remember I wanted my father to play on, it was a project that Payne was doing, and I wanted to get my dad to come and play, but then the Payne situation kind of fell apart, so we never got to make that happen. But I'm working on something currently, and it's going to be in Spanish, and I'm trying to do it more, you know, even though I'm, you know, I'm Puerto Rican, but I want to do two versions. I want to do a salsa version, but I also want to do a bachata version of this project, because from what I see, it can do very well. So that's where I'm at. It's been my first thing that I have ever done completely in Spanish, because I've never done anything completely in Spanish, except for we did like a remix to one of our songs, which is going to be on the final Payne album, and we did that in Spanish. But my part is so small because it's small in the English version, so it doesn't even, you know,
Hey, but
really
you gotta start somewhere, right? You gotta start somewhere. Three a sentence, 3 words. You know, you
No,
start. You know,
it's basically the most of the chorus of the song, which I do sing, and it's in, but, you know, in the Spanish version, that's what I sing. But that was never released yet, but it will be. But I have a Jenaro project that I'm doing that will be completely in Spanish, the first time ever that I've done it, you know, recording for release. So,
oh man. So listen, I want to let people know. I mean, we're not over yet, but I just want to put this out there. So anybody that wants to hire Jenaro, that's his information right there. So, you know, for any bookings, you know, you can please contact himself by email, jfrompain@gmail.com. So ya tú sabes, mi gente. You know,
yeah, and they can reach me on all social media platforms at Jenaro Music. A lot of people here already have me on Facebook. I can always be reached by Messenger, etc. I'm probably one of the most approachable people in this genre that you will ever meet. I'm definitely probably one of them.
So yeah, I'm trying to like Marla. You know, I want to talk to you about I want to talk to you about the cup for a little bit. So for all you freestylers out there that want a freestyle cup, she has a whole store. So I think she has the flip flops, the shorts, the shirts. I think
Okay.
she could do backpacks. I mean, she was like, "What else should I do? What else should I do?" I mean, like, you could do a whole bunch of stuff with freestyle. You know, so I decided to purchase it. You know, it helps. You know, she helps other people that are in need also.
She sounds like she's got as much merch as my boy George Anthony.
See, it's right there at the bottom. Freestyle Girl. See, that's .store.shop. And I had something here that I was supposed to present today. You know, and I was, we always, love presenting stuff from Marla. But this is a lipstick line, so it's kind of funny for me to present this because my beautiful wife was in here. But anyway, for all the ladies out there, because I know there's a lot of ladies watching, they're in the audience. So if you guys are interested, just check this out from Marla.
This summer, let your lips do the talking with a vibrant new summer lip gloss collection by Freestyle Girl. We have pink, coral, and nude. These are not your ordinary lip glosses. Our glosses are infused with essential oils to keep your lips soft and moisturized while giving you beautiful, vibrant colors. Get yours now before they run out.
All right, that's for all you ladies out there. I know there's a lot of ladies on there. We have a nice audience today, so anybody that's interested in that, they can go to there. So I'll put it right here again. Freestyle Girl, there you go. freestylegirl.printify.me. So there you go. Freestyle cups, freestyle mugs, whatever. We're gonna start doing calendars too, man.
This interview was brought to you by Freestyle Girl Makeup.
Thank you, Giggles. That's up, man. But man, you got a lot, you got a lot of people out there, that know you. I'm glad that, you got to know, the class A artists. I always say that they still killing it. They're all David Torres told me, we all grown and sexy, and they still kicking butt, man. It's unbelievable. I think it has to do a little bit with the Latino black mix, Latinos, we always keep ourselves young, we keep ourselves active. I mean, I can name various artists right now, class A, that their voice is still intact. So, to me, that's a blessing. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
How do you feel right now? I know you're hitting it up there, but I still say, I don't say old, I say young. Like I'm 59 years young. I don't even say old.
Right.
And let me mind you, right now I have an audience here that you'll be shocked right now. I have a lot of salsa personnel people watching the show right now. And this Freestyle Showcase, and I have a lot of salseros out there, which I want to say hello to Jose Navor. He is from RPLS. My boys from Reunidos por la Salsa. We got DJ Benny B in the house. Okay, from Voice. Remember Voice?
Yes.
Rafael Guerra. He is DJ Olímpico. This guy plays anything that's new. He's more of a, into the salsa world. We got Red Chunena in the audience. We got Frank Barbado, my buddy, Mr. Frank Sinatra himself. Look at that. Even people, they just enjoying the show. They want to know who you are. We got Antonio Hernandez. Antonio Hernandez is has the #1 magazine, Ride or Die. Bike is a bike magazine, Ride or Die magazine. So he does a lot of good stuff. He's also a movie actor. So he's into a lot of movies too. So these are the people that watch it. So we got Master Julio Viches, all right, from Peru. Wiki Gonzalez. I mean, these are like, top 8 salsa singers right here watching our show, Freestyle Showcase. Look at that.
That's dope. That's dope.
So, it's not only the freestyle community, the salsa community also likes freestyle. Remember, a lot of our freestyle artists are Latinos.
Yeah.
So,
and a lot of two major artists came from the freestyle genre. So Mark Anthony and La India. They started.
Yeah,
Mark Anthony freestyle.
Mark Anthony and La India, they just stepped it to a different level,
Yeah, but they started in freestyle.
We can't forget Brenda K-Star.
Absolutely not. That's my girl, man.
All right, because she could hit both a la misma vez, freestyle and salsa. So it's good. It's good that our culture is still alive, and we're kicking and going. Ah, look at this. That's a good one.
He got that.
So he got the formula. There you go. I like the sense of humor. I like the sense of humor. So listen, talk to me about this other song that I got prepared for the audience to check out. It's called Those Eyes.
Those Eyes. Okay. So not that every song I write is personal, but you pick another one that's very personal. That song, it sounds like a love song to most people, and I wrote it in a way to kind of be it could fit different situations, but the real meaning behind that song, I'm writing that song from the perspective of a mom who lost her son. So if you ever see the CD or anything that says dedicated to, the memory of Mikey Soul Vasquez.
Right. Yes, sir. Yep.
Michael Vasquez. Yeah. He passed away suddenly, tragically, and I wrote the song, me and his mother were close, and when someone's going through something, you don't really know how to make that situation better for any of them. And I was like, well, one thing I've always been good at is, being a writer and making music. And I wanted to try to write a song a freestyle song, because they had even though he was young, he had a very big love of freestyle too. So that's why it's a freestyle song. It's not a ballad. It's nothing like that, because him and his mom, they grew up, she was young when she had him, and he fell in love with freestyle. She loved it, and he fell in love with it. And they bonded over that, and one of the things they bonded over. And so I wanted to make a freestyle song that honored his memory, but also had the emotion in my mind of what it must have felt like for a mom to lose her child. But it sounds like but it can, for anyone who's lost somebody, it's one of those songs that can fit, because as a writer, I can kind of weave where it's not so in your face direct that this is what it's talking about. So
you can relate to that. Now, I want to just mention something, because I mention it every week. What is your opinion about DJs? Because I always say, without DJs, who's going to play your music? So I want to give a shout out to all those DJs out there that have played your music. I'm sure you send your music to DJs, correct?
Oh, yes. Oh, yeah.
There's so many DJs that I can mention right now, top of the line DJs, DJs from the past, that they still kicking butt. And I'm watching them now. You know, they're doing their thing. But you know what? I just want to give a shout out, honestly, from the heart. I want to thank all the DJs out there, freestyle DJs, Latin DJs, okay, salsa DJs, freestyle DJ. You know, all these DJs are the ones that keep our careers going. You know, they play our music, and you know, and a lot of people undermine DJs, you know, and knowing how important it is. Besides radio station not playing the new stuff, you know, the DJs do it in their own platforms. So, you know, one way or another, right? One way or another, the music gets out.
Yeah, DJs are vital. They've always been vital to from the earliest days of pretty much all music. You know, the guys who's played it and spread it, they've always been, you know, a necessary element to what we do. Sometimes I think they're underappreciated sometimes, but some are not. Some are very well known and very you know, well respected. And yeah, but DJs, man, DJs are vital. I mean, so many songs that became hit records in our lifetime were just based upon DJs sometimes taking a chance on somebody, or, you know, seeing a song for what it was when the label didn't want to push it, and they was like, oh, this is the B-side, let's see what this is. And the DJ broke a song that the label didn't even believe in. So, you know what I mean? It's like, always got to give props to the DJs.
And, you know, they had the DJ association, the record pools.
Yes.
Like, you know, DJs used to, you know, join that association, and they used to get songs that were even, that they were not even on the radio yet. And they would send these DJs through the association. And you had, I believe you had to be like a DJ, like in a formal club, like a steady. And, you know, you will get songs, and these people will play these tunes before the radio. And then when you hear it on the radio, they're like, wait a minute, I heard that in the club. Never heard it on the radio. You know, so a shout out again to all the DJs out there, the ones that are still on, the ones that are current, the ones that were. A lot of love for you guys. So, yo, let's check this out. Those Eyes by Jenaro. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be right back.
Until I held you, captured my whole life, even before I felt you. And those eyes that saw me like no one had before, those eyes are a reflection passes by and every day the pain still feels brand new. Trying to be strong, but it's just so hard here without you. And these eyes have cried like they never had before. They cry. These eyes, they'd give anything just to see you once more. And I thought those eyes would forever light the way. I never dreamed they would be taken away. This cannot be the end of our journey. This cannot be the end for us. Oh no. Tell me that I'm crazy. Tell me that I'm dreaming. Tell me to make believe. Wish I could find a way to bring those eyes back to
Oh, beautiful song, man. Beautiful song. I mean, you can relate to it, you know.
Thank you, thank you.
Yes, I mean, it's how you say it. Everybody, right? Everybody beats to their own drum. You know what I'm saying? So you got to be you do your own creation. Sometimes you start with people. I believe everybody starts with somebody. You know, either in a group. You know, nobody can do this alone. There's no such thing as you can do things alone. Do you agree?
Absolutely. I think everybody needs people in whatever it is that you do, right? Because we're not one, you know, one man is not an army, and people play parts in your lives, in your journey to, you know, going to where, like, so many things that if you just remove a person, you might not have met this other person, or you may not have, you know, gotten this job, or you may not have gotten to do this thing, because we sometimes don't, I think we take for granted the connections, you know, that we do make along the way. It's like, you know, even though me and my partner, we don't perform together anymore, we're not making music together anymore, like the Pain as we know it, I never refer to myself as formerly of Pain, because I'm like, I'm Jenaro from Pain, he's, you know, Cito from Pain. It is what it is. There's no formally in it. Formally implies that there's some other people that are still doing Pain, and now we're formally of, and it's like, no. Like, you know, it's like, but, you know, I always say, if he never asked me that day in shop class, hey man, want to sing with me? You know what I mean? Like, none of this may never have happened. I mean, we can speculate, oh, maybe I still would have done something, maybe I went a different direction, but this right here, me and you talking, these songs, everything changes. So, you know what I mean? It's like, yeah, people play a position, and, you know, an important role in your journey. And I think, and that's in a lot of aspects of life.
So do you think that there might be a reunion someday? Like, you guys will come up together and do a
No.
show like with Pain?
No, I you know, you never say never, and I've learned to not say that, but the chances of that ever happening are very, 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 very slim.
Slim.
Yeah, very, very, very slim. You know, he's heavy into church again, and, like, you know, that works for him, and that's his you know, his lifestyle and stuff like that.
That's wonderful.
And yeah, you know, and you know, for me, I remember when, you know, he would quit a lot. Like, you know, he'd be in and out, in and out, in and out. And I remember the last time, you know, when he quit, he said he wasn't going to do it anymore. Someone said to me, he'll be back again. You know what he does. And I said, I hope he doesn't. And like, well, what do you mean? I'm like, it's just exhausting. It's not, and I don't mean like as a personal attack, but when you're building something with somebody, right? And you're going and you're going and going, and then they go, oh, I don't want to do it no more. And you go,
Right. It's like you expect the same energy and the
and
same.
then you're going like this again. Look, and then they say, I don't want to do it anymore. So it was like for me, it was like.
But then again, I think, you know, sometimes we don't know the deep personal stuff that's going behind everything.
No, absolutely. Everybody has their reasons, and that's why I've never gone. No one will ever find a live of me like, you know, speaking about him in a disparaging way or this and that, because, like I said, we created something together that has, you know, been loved by many people all over the world, and you know what I'm saying, it's like, I don't take that kind of stuff lightly. And I know a lot of people always try to sit there, their egos will let them say, oh, I would have done this anyway, or I would have, like, no. I don't know if his thoughts of what we've done echo my own, you know what I mean? Even though we were very, very close for so many years, but I don't see it that way. I see it as, no, we did something in a way that only we could have done it. And that's what it is.
Absolutely. So let me ask you now, the future. What can you tell us about Vera?
Vera is on my shirt with me. You know, it's a whole nother story, and we could probably talk about it because it takes too much time. But you know, she had never recorded
the short version.
She never recorded anything freestyle before, never at all, nothing professionally. I was doing this project. I know I needed a female to do the project. I heard her singing on a live one day, and I was like, that's the voice that I want. And, you know, that's the kind of voice that I want. I approached her, and, you know, she does live in another country. She's from Montreal, Canada. But,
wow.
Oh, yeah. And I made some things happen, and I worked it out, got her to come record the song. And the feedback on it has been very, very well. You know, we've been on some countdowns for quite a while, and the song's been getting a lot of love. And you know, I'm happy for her, because being her first foray into this world, you know, I was, like I said, I could take the criticism, I could take the people not liking things or whatever, but
no, it's always going to be like that. Nothing is going to
change. Yeah, but I wanted her first time to get into this world. I was hoping that it was met with positivity, and by the grace of God, and you know, by her virtue of her voice, it has been so.
Well, anyway, she has something to say back to you. I'm going to put it right here on screen. Jenaro is not an only amazing artist, producer, and writer, but also an amazing and beautiful human being. So there you go, man. You're getting kudos back.
Thank you, Vera.
Maria, Vera, we love you and your voice. So see, this is an amazing show. I love this. Thank you for tuning in. She's got a beautiful voice. I'm gonna play that track right now, and I want Jenaro to talk about that track.
It's you know, this one I will not take credit for writing it. It is a remake of an obscure song from another genre. I heard it. Someone was at a concert when the original artist was actually singing a bad rendition of it, but I heard the words and stuff that was going on. I said, let me find this song, and I found it. You know, fell in love with it. I made some changes to it because I had to make it appeal to our people. Because some of the lines and this weren't related to us, and I wanted to make sure my listeners would hear it and was able to relate to some of the things it talked about. And fell in love with the song. You know, I produced the music. Me and my partner, engineer, producing partner, Mr. Rob Federici. And then, like I said, you know, did a lot of video call sessions with Vera, letting her know the parts, and like, you know, emailing her music and stuff like that, and you know, working it all out. So I'm very, very proud of it. I'm probably one of the remake kings in this genre, because even with Pain and then on my own, I've done so many remakes. So it's you know, another one, but people say I do it well, and I'm glad it turned out the way it did, and I'm glad Vera jumped on it. And like I said, the love that the song has gotten, you know, makes you feel good when you hear something and you're like, I think I got something with this, and then for it to translate to the people and they feel the same way, because it's just a drunk and I miss you. Who has never been there? I mean, it's just as self-explanatory as it is, man.
At one point or another,
We've all been there.
You know what I mean? Oh my God, this is amazing, man. So we're about to play this video, but I really do want to thank you, man. I appreciate you for accepting the invitation. You know, I like to support the genre, no matter if you're class A, middle school, new school.
Yeah, middle school. Yeah.
That's a good one right there, middle school, you know. And we're gonna show this video right now. This is, you know, the top of the show right now. I want to thank everybody that's been tuning in. I have a lot of salsa artists on this. It's unbelievable, bro.
It's dope, man. I'm gonna have to, you know, maybe talk to some of them because, like I said, I got a project.
You know, you got a project.
Yeah, I got a project. I said I'm doing something in Spanish, so I might have to reach out to you and some of these guys. So we'll see.
I hear you, man. I hear you. I mean, we're always here. You know where to reach me. You got my number. I mean, I'm always here to help. You know, advice, whatever. You know, and create new things, man. That's what it's all about, man. And
absolutely.
I want to thank all my audience out there because my audience every week is growing more and more, and it's a mixed crowd between salseros and freestylers, which
that's
I think
beautiful, man.
I'm like, wow, you know, like it's amazing. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna stay right here again. Un abrazo fuerte, bro. Thank you very much, and we're gonna leave you with this track, okay? And we'll be back, man. We'll be back another day. Yeah. Hopefully, when you do that project and more things up, don't be afraid to hit me up and say, "Yo, JC, I got some new material."
Like I said, we locked in now, man. From now forward. So, you know, I appreciate you. You know, thank you to everybody who tuned in to come hear me ramble, as I like to call it, and I appreciate you for bringing me on and for doing this, for giving us a platform. You know, it's a beautiful thing. I
appreciate you too, man. Anybody that you want to give a shout out to?
I mean, I shout out to everybody out there, but you know, people I do know by name who showed up. Maggie Martinez was out there. My girl Maria Perez, Vera, of course, my partner on this track. Who else was out there? I'm forgetting. Oh, my girl Liz Morel's out there, artist herself. Check her out. She does Latin stuff, so you might want to you know, get with her. Liz Morel, she's dope.
I got the Spanglish Cafe show that it's on Wednesday starting at
7. So check her out. You guys might be able to talk and do some collaboration. You know, she does her little Latin jazz stuff, so it's dope. And Geneva, my girl Geneva's out there. Lucy Santos is in the house.
Shout out to you, homies. Shout out to you.
So they and again, they all follow me. They follow my music, but they're good people. I love them all because they're real. They're not just they're not like Jenaro drum beaters. They're not just because anything Jenaro does is great and fire. They're just real, genuine, good people. And a lot of them are also, they follow me. I do a program called The Jump In with Jenaro. I usually do like 2 shows a week. My Jenaro After Darks are kind of racy, a little crazy, but they all follow me for those things, and I appreciate them all, and I'm glad that they are riding out with me. So
I appreciate you bringing some new people into the show. I hope they follow the show. It's every Thursday. We're here every Thursday at 8 o'clock with different artists. It could be artists, singers, producers, DJs. I'm starting to do. I already did my first DJ session, and I'm planning to bring other DJs. You know, when I lock them in, and people will know about it, man. But I appreciate everybody. I mean, I love the best of both worlds, man. I always say God gave me both, freestyle, salsa, and I even did the breakdancing thing, man. I grew up in the days when we used to go roller skating. I mean,
I remember earning my belt. I learned to skate on the streets in North Camden. I got scars on my knees to prove it.
So, Jenaro, man, thank you very much, man. I really appreciate you again. We're going to leave the show. I'll be right back. Jenaro, thank you very much. And we're going to
Thank you, brother. I appreciate you.
Latest
song. It's going to be Drunk and I Miss You.
There we go.
Featuring Vera.
See you in a minute.
Had a couple of Heinekens, a couple of heady shots at the bar down the block earlier tonight. Some cover singers sang That's in the love thing, time after time. That's a song I really like. And it put you on my mind, and I can't get you off of it. I know it's been a while, but I'm a little drunk and I miss you. I'm a little lonely, that's all. I'm a little too gone not to, and I'm sorry to call. But your name on my screen is staring back at me. Most nights it ain't an issue, but baby tonight I'm a little drunk and I miss you. I'm a little drunk and I miss you, yeah.
And I can bring you back when I saw you last. Hands on your back like a movie in my head. I swear it's always lying. Things are going fine. Feels like you were lying. Brings you up again. And just like that, you're on my mind. And I can get you off of it. I know it's been a while. I'm a little drunk and I miss you. I'm a little lonely, that's all. I'm a little too gone not to. I'm sorry to call, but your name on my screen is staring back at me. Most nights it ain't an issue, but baby tonight I'm a little drunk and I miss you. Yeah, I'm a little drunk and I miss you.
Promise I'll end up first.
Don't wanna hear you say goodbye again.
I know that'll probably hurt.
I'm a little drunk and I miss you. I'm a little lonely, that's all. I'm a little too gone not to. And I'm sorry to call, but your name on my screen is staring back at me. Most nights it ain't an issue, but baby tonight I'm a little drunk and I miss you. Yeah.
I'm a little drunk and I miss you.
Ooh.
There we go, my people. There we go. Thank you again for tuning in, man. I had an incredible show today. I want to give a shout out to a couple of salseros, man. I love this when my people unite. They just tune into my show just to see it. And these are heavy hitters, man. Heavy hitters salseros, man. Un saludo ahí a Rafael Guerra, tremendo DJ, DJ Olímpico. Robert Hernandez. Okay, Fernando Morales, Yanko Ariel. What's up, my brother? Nelson Bongo. Rafi Chembo, ¿cómo está mi hermano? Y Juan Núñez de Fuerza Gigante. Por ahí estaba mi amigo Wiki Gonzalez. I mean, we had a lot of salseros, man. Thank you guys for the support, man. That's why we say the unity, man. The unity between people, man, is so very important. You know, life is so short. You know, life is so short to be hating on people or being jealous of people. You know, just do your thing, man. Stay on your lane, bro. I mean, never stop, you know, fighting for what you want. You know, there's always going to be people that are going to undermine you. You know, there's always going to be people that think they're better than you. But you know what? That's part of life, dude. You just got to know how to have a mindset, you know, and just focus. Like, you know, the horses, when they go on the races, that they put those things on front, those goggles. So, like, they don't have to look who's on the other lane, you know. They just going straight for the win, right? So that's what you have to do, you know. You have to, you know, look for your own, construct your own way. And trust me, there's doors that are going to open for you. There's doors that are going to close for you, you know, but you can't cry over spilled milk. You know what I'm saying? You can't point the finger at nobody. You can't blame anybody but yourself, you know. So sometimes we get into these situations and then we say, why? Why? That's when my circle's so small. It used to be big. But, you know, there's no hate in my heart. There's, you know, the ego, I leave it on top of the door when I come into the studio, and I leave it and I pick it back up. And then every time I go somewhere, I leave my ego right at the door. Okay. And always stay humble, man. Right. You can always catch more flies with honey than with vinegar. Right. So just do things right, bro. Come on. Humanity, bro. Come on. I know money is the, you know, the ruler of all evil, and money, people will do stupid shit for money, man. And anyway, I just want to say, that I am not the owner of the copyrights that the song that I played today on the Freestyle Showcase show, but I do have permission from Jenaro, and I do have permission from other artists that I do present in this podcast. So just letting my friends at YouTube, my friends at Facebook know that I am okay. It's approved. I have the permissions. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. This is your host for tonight, JC Colon. Remember, peace, love, just learn how to forgive, man. Just don't drive people nuts either, okay? Because sometimes you can't forgive people. People drive you nuts too. So you got to have a good mindset, have a good positive mind, and it's all in your heart, okay? Ladies and gentlemen, thank you. Your host, JC Colon. Woo! Till next week, honey. I keep real. Coming out. See you.